What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2. Making my way through yet another Ancient Power reset, and this time around I am mainly focusing on Ramsters. Now, I'm not using just Ramsters, I am mixing other things in. However, I am going to rely on Ramsters to provide a large portion of the DPS. Now, I'm going to be using this throwaway relic, Go Boo Boom, and Power Servo. You may recognize that as the one I was using on my Flame Auras. It is indeed the same relic. And going with Deadly Strikes, Defense Rate, and Destruction. I'm probably going to have at least one weapon manufacturer node in here, just at campaign level, just to get the crowd control. And then I might even have a Flame Aura with crit damage, anti-melee, the usual trifecta, and Lightning Strike Auras, anti-melee, anti-chaos, with Destruction, Defense Rate, and Vamp. And I do have a controlled burn lane here, so I am going to put down a Poison Dart Tower, Piercer, and Anti-Chaos with a Vamp, Defense Rate, and Destruction as well. So let's go ahead and get started. We are on floor 63, the Dragonfall sewers. And as you see here, we got Stabby Zappers up top. And then we've got a Long Shot Omega Squad Delta. So that Long Shot lane is going to play very, very nicely with a Ramster setup. Let's go ahead and just throw them down here. Let's see. Get another one right behind right there. And then I think I'm going to throw in... Do I want a Poison Dart Tower here? What did I have again? Omega Squad Delta. I think... Well, I'm going to need something for the Flyers. So I believe I'll use a Poison Dart Tower for the Flyers there. And then maybe even just as a little bit extra something for the Flyers, have a Flame Aura sitting there, which is covering the ground in the Flyer lane. Let's go ahead and take a look over here. We got Mob Gallery with Proximity. Now the Proximity on here makes me want to go with Auras once again. So why don't we put a couple of Rams up here, just pointed down at the lane to try to get the most amount of lane coverage we can. There's 100 DU, and then let's just go with, do we want 2 or 3 Flame Auras? Tell you what, let's go with 2 Flame Auras and a Lightning Strike on that Mob Gallery. That Proximity there is not going to be super friendly with the Ramsters, yet I am going to leave them in the back here to kind of close the deal on the pack. Alright, then over here we got Omega Squad Epsilon, Vampiric, and Brittle. Yeah, we got some Hex Throwers in the mix there. The Ramsters will chew this lane up, but I am going to want to give it a little something in protection, as we do have this Hex Thrower. So let's go with 3 Rams like that, and let's see, let's just throw any old Reflect Beam here. I've got that relic on it, but as you see, it's campaign, so I'm not really relying on the Reflect for the damage. Let's just go like that. That should provide a little bit of protection for those Rams. That actually leaves me 320 DU left, which is an absolute ton. And we see we got an EMP Kamikaze lane up top. It does have Headstrong, but it's got Controlled Burn. So I'm pretty tempted. Actually, you know what? We'll do this. I'll put some crowd control in on this bottom lane here, and that will also drench the Flyers. Let's grab those Poison Dart Towers back here. Let's see, what do I have left? I got 230 left now. You know what? I should just use 1 node. That was a bit of a waste. Let's switch back over and just go 1 Weapon Man node. I don't want to spend a bunch of DU on campaign, campaign quality relics. Let's see, let's go Ramster. Let's grab a Poison Dart Tower and get it in the mix, as that will help with the Controlled Burn. And it's a shame that they're EMP Kamikazes, but what can you do? See, we've got 120 DU left. I'm thinking, why don't we go with 2 Flame Auras to help with the Flyers? And then that leaves me 60. I'll tell you what, with 60... Oh, you know what? I need a Reflect. That's right. We do have Hex Throwers in the mix here on the ground lane. Geohex Zerker throwers, yeah. So let's go ahead and grab the EV2 back again. And let's just get a reflect beam, like, maybe like so. Just protecting the objective there, and that leaves me 30 left. Tell you what, might as well just go with another flame aura, huh? Let's do it. Let's just throw a flame aura right here on the ground lane. That's a lot of flame auras on those flyers. I just need this poison dart tower to get up in there. So let's go ahead and throw an upgrade there, and let's just see how it runs here. I'm assuming it's going to go pretty decent. Ramsters are super strong. Of course, they're an AoE defense, which means they hit up to 10 targets at a time, and they also ignore shields. It's not a projectile. It's a flow of abyssal energy, and that, of course, allows it to pass right through any sorts of, you know, shields, geodes, any of the business. Yeah, it's wrecking it there. Let's check this lane out. Yeah, the mobs, well, the proximity is... that is so weird. What is the explosions? Oh, that's the detonator mutator. I was thinking, gosh, I took the boom off of the flame auras, but that's the mobs themselves blowing up there. So that was another reason not to put the Ramsters down in there. I don't want my Ramsters getting wrecked by all those explosions. Looks like it's going to hold up pretty good, though. These Rams didn't get a whole lot of action. Let them hit on that assassin a little. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and upgrade all this stuff. Upgrade. Let's get that PDT jacked way up. And then I got 200 left. Let's go with this PDT. And that leaves me 100. Actually, there's some down below, too. Let's grab that. That's a $1.86, so I could upgrade 3 things. The Ramsters, of course, have terrible upgrade value. The good part about that is you're not really going to want to spend mana on your Ramsters unless you just have nowhere else to put it. So that means whatever else you're using in correlation with it, you're going to be able to get jacked way, way up within just a few waves, because the Ramsters are the bulk of the DU, and I don't have any intention of upgrading those. They're getting up in there, wrecking it up. Ramsters, of course, are a lot of people's go-to defense nowadays. They are super strong. They're extremely versatile. They've only got one counter in the entire game, and that is the EMP Kobolds. Of course, will dive bomb them. However, in Onslaught, we know that those mobs, of course, come from flyer lanes, unlike Chaos 7. So, positioning your Ramsters to be very effective in Onslaught is kind of a no-brainer. Easy peasy. No problem getting that done. Give him a little table flipping action. And then Gregory. Oh, Gregory just got smoked. That long shot really pays off on some of these bosses if you can stay at range, even on your hero. Let's see. That seemed a little bit close there. And there we go. Looking good. Let's grab all this mana again, and I believe I want to put it right into this poison dart tower here. Get it squared away, and then I can get one more up into the flames, maybe? Sounds fair. And then over here, what do we want to do? We can get this flame aura 2 ups on it, and let's go ahead and call it good here. See how this lane is doing. Of course, the Ramster, since it's ignoring shields, you know, the Vanguards and the Geodes, it also goes right through Bullet Sponge. Just instant removal, which is kind of nice. So it makes you know, of course on the PDTs I've got Piercer Servo, but if I didn't have Piercer, it would make those PDTs much more effective, just stripping that Bullet Sponge right off. Alright, we got Cyborgs rolling out now, so our stuff got stunned. We're going to have to rely on the Ramsters to get the job done. And it looks like they are indeed going to do their part, which is very nice. You know, as far as the graphic, it looks like it's shooting over their head and not doing anything, but it is indeed hitting the baddies down below. You can see their health just dropping. Better give them a little bit of help here. It's quite the cyborg lane here. Looking good there. See if we can't get rid of these assassins. And wave 3. This is actually going extremely smooth. I was a little bit worried about that far lane over there, but it's actually going really well. Okay, our cyborgs are gone, but now we do have an ogre in the mix. So since there's an ogre here, I'm going to jack up that lightning strike aura. See, that PDT is at full. Is this one at full? That one is as well. Not really much else to do with the mana other than to keep dumping it into to the flames. Now, of course, I can always throw it into the Ramsters, but you just get very little upgrade value. As you see here, it's at 1.15 million tooltip DPS. If I upgrade it, it just barely goes up at all, 1.26 million. So, just not a whole lot of value in upgrading your Ramsters. And of course, it's better than nothing. So, it beats not spending the mana if you just have nothing else left to upgrade. You want to keep an eye on that lane, though. It looks like, I think those warboars are just going to get smoked over there by those flame auras as they go around and make the turn. I will have to watch that ogre, though, as it comes out. Lower lane looks like it's holding up good. Ramsters really shine on those big, heavy lanes with lots and lots of mobs. It hits very, very nicely. I mean, it hits for a decent amount. Plus, it's hitting 10 targets at a time. So it's AoE, still hitting like a truck. I mean, it's not hitting like a cannonball would. But, you know, that's to be expected with it being an AoE defense versus a single target defense. But the Ramsters are strong. There we go. How's Gregory going? Let's see how it does. They're not spectacular against bosses because, of course, the hard-hitting single target defenses would do better there. Well, let's see. It's still chewing them up pretty good. We're going to have to intervene a little bit here. Actually, yeah, it dropped them while I was all locked up by that assassin, so good job, Ramsters. I'm sure these flame auras and that lightning strike didn't hurt either. Alright, let's see, what else? What do we have left? Go ahead and throw another up, couple of ups on that one, and no cyborgs again for the mob gallery. Now, of course, mob gallery is going to change. It can change every wave, so you're always going to want to take a look at it, see what the mobs are, just in case it goes completely against your build that you have set up for the lane. And here we see the Ramsters just shine against those geodes. Now I do have Piercer on this PDT as well, fully upgraded, so that's hitting like a truck. And they're just dying coming out now. Upgrades go a long, long way. Now the flyers, make sure I don't want any unnecessary dive bombs to be happening. How's Thork doing? Thork actually made the turn, but he did get wrecked at the end. The long shot just paying off big. Lava Guardian getting smoked. Everything just getting smoked there. These Ramsters, I think I could have just moved down here, to be honest. I wasn't expecting these mobs to be dying this hard to the flames and the lightning here. I mean, now it's fully upgraded, but it was killing stuff pretty well even prior to it being upgraded all the way. Oh, burned through that Plaguing Hawk before I could even get to it. Very nice. And then the PDT is going to close the deal on the flyers, and it should be just about good game. And there we go. So that was floor 63 on Dragonfall Sewers with mainly Ramsters. You know, I've got other stuff, but Ramsters plus anything else is definitely a solid combination. As you saw here, Ramsters and PDTs work really well together. Ramsters and cannonballs work great together. Ramsters and ballistas. I mean, you really can just do Ramsters plus anything else and have great success on most lanes. So that will do it for now. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to click that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. And I will be back soon with more Dungeon Defenders 2. We'll see ya.